So I'm sure you read the title. I'll be turning 5 of my followers' Instagram accounts into a character design. How I'll do that is really just based off the vibe and aesthetic. And for them to get in, I made a poll on my Instagram story, and I did not expect to get as many as I did. It should be on screen. To make sure it's fair, I made a wheel because, you know, I don't want to just pick my favorites. Yes, I have favorites. Cry about it. Can you not?
Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo wee woo.
Here goes the OG, man. This might seem like favoritism, but it's not. The wheel don't lie. I'm telling you, bro. Lynn, man. The wheel landed on Lynn. I've been knowing her for 2 years, I think. We've been art mutuals for like 2 years, I'm pretty sure. So when her name got landed on by the wheel, bro, I was like, yeah, I gotta draw up something like Splatoon, Donald Duck shit. I don't know, something, bro. As you see on the side, I kind of wrote down some things that I wanted to incorporate, or at least thought of incorporating. Don't mind the handwriting. That's just my brush, bro. My handwriting is good. My handwriting is good, bro. So drawing out the big shapes, I instantly thought of Baymax, mainly for the simple fact, like one of her OCs has kind of like robotic stuff to it. I'll put it up on screen if I can find a picture. I basically went off that and wanted to incorporate an animal, or like the robot dressing up as an animal messing with a smaller animal, which I thought would be kind of cute, kind of cool, whatever. Terrifying for the animal, very terrifying for the bunny. Actually, I don't even know why bro's just staring up at the carrot like that, like he's actually gonna eat it. Like big ass robot could just step on you and kill you, bro. Like I did know I wanted it to be animals, but I didn't know exactly which one. So I texted her and I was like, yo, what's your favorite animals? And she was like, bunny and fox. And I was like, all right, bet. So I put it in. And at first I was thinking of the robot being a bunny, but I was like, it makes sense, but I just made it a fox instead and made the bunny a bunny, just so it'll be like, oh, prey and predator. Like, the robot fox is a cool robot fox. Like he's trying to feed the bunny. He's not trying to kill, bro. One thing to know about character design is the silhouette. Like the silhouette is very important. So it kind of blinked in quickly. I don't know if I'm gonna put a picture up on screen, but I blacked it out just to see the silhouette, and it was a little boring, so I changed it up a tiny bit. Slapped on a tail, and it made me a little happier about the character design and the silhouette, so I went with it. And I also put on some stickers of one of the OCs, I think it's the OC, that she has, and one of her favorite characters from Amazing Digital Circus. I know you know what that is. Kinger. And yeah, man, editors know that Pat is retiring from game theory, bro. Why, bro? Why, bro? Next one. Next character design, bro.
Blake/nerd. Here we go, my boy. $5. Okay.
So Yuri, I'm not gonna lie, I just butchered the shit out of your name, and I am truly sorry. I've started following their art kind of recently, and they do a lot of 3D stuff, like 3D sculptures, whatever. It's fire, sick as fuck. Like all of their stuff is so sick, and I want to say like the aesthetic or like vibe of it is kind of like grungy, maybe not really grungy, kind of like alien-esque. I don't know what to necessarily describe it, but going into the design, I knew I kind of wanted to have kind of halos and kind of like a fallen angel feel to it. So I gave them 3 eyes, some halos around the knees and the the elbows, and some horns to, you know, get that little demon touch. You know, I gave them the little like Uzi piercings on the side. This is definitely one of my favorite character designs out of the ones I've made. This is definitely one of the favorites for sure. I've gotten a few questions on how I do my line art, like how I go about doing it, and really it's just thicker lines on the outside and thinner lines on the inside. So just keep that into account when you're doing line art. It makes everything look a little better. and you could put more detail in the inside of whatever you're drawing. It makes everything pop a little more. When I pick colors, I mainly just chose colors from a lot of the pictures present in the Instagram account, which is like red, black, kind of white. So I just kind of went with that. I mainly give him a business shirt because of Chainsaw Man. That's really it. The main inspiration is from Chainsaw Man, I won't lie. Like, I love Chainsaw Man. I might make a video on it when the movie comes out. But I love Chainsaw Man. If you heard that, I just put my phone down and I'm not editing that shit out. I am not. Due to the fact this individual doesn't have any posts or highlights on their Instagram story, Avity is fairly disappointed. He is now in his opium era. What is this nigga doing? He is not Goku. Someone please get this weird ass nigga out of here. Next person. Unruly D, my boy Darius. I actually know him personally. He goes to my college, and when the wheel landed on him, I was just like, what do I draw for him? So I just thought Camerahead because he's really into film. So I actually really like drawing inanimate objects as like heads for characters. I mean, usually I just do TVs, but you know, I wanted to change it up a tiny bit. This is like my one time going away from that and doing a camera, so it's kind of fun. And I gave it a little more perspective because why not just do it, just because it kind of took a little more time, a tiny bit for me doing that, but it's whatever. It was fun. When it came to the colors, I just picked brown mainly because of the Kyrie profile picture he has. I picked that in clouds because of the food highlights. And not to be a judger.
Don't be a judger, bro. Don't.
But why do you have clouds in your food highlight? Why not put a picture of food in that highlight? Like, why don't you put a picture of food in the profile picture of the highlight? You get what I'm trying to say. So really everything I feel like this is probably the most accurate version of a character design based off an Instagram account. I actually really like the way I did the cloud. That was kind of fun. And I kind of drew the Jordan 4s, the black and yellows. I didn't really want to just draw Jordan 4s though, but I took that like inspiration of it. And I made the backpack kind of like I don't know what it's called exactly, but it's like the little film like line tape thingy. I'll put it up on screen if I can find the name or a picture of it. You know, film heads will probably say it in the comments, but the little film tape thingy, you know, that. But on to the next person. The old artist herself. I know her personally also. She goes to my college too. I won't name drop her because I don't know if she wants her name out there or not, but I'll just call her Granny because that's what her thing is on Insta. And she's very traditional. She's a very traditional artist. The only time I've seen her do anything like digital is because of her class, so that was pretty fire too, actually. So going into the character design, I just went off like a few things I knew about her. Is like she's spiritual, she has crystals, she be wearing her crystals and shit. So I was like, all right, bet. So I did that. Also gave her dreads because she has dreads just like me. That's my dreadhead twin, bro. She likes to read, so I gave her a little book. I didn't just go off of like the things she likes. I kind of wanted to go for this kind of deserty nature, kind of watery vibe or whatever. I was thinking about giving her like a tentacle or some shit because of the Instagram post. I'll put it up like on the screen. She had made a drawing with like tentacles or whatever, and I was like, oh damn, that would be kind of cool to put in the character design. But I changed it and I kept trying to incorporate it, but I didn't know exactly how I would, so I just changed my mind. And you know, I gave her some boots, thought that would be cool. Kind of gave her like a dress. And I don't know exactly what to call it, but I was looking at references on Pinterest for it. It's kind of like I don't know, it's just a thing that goes over the dress. I feel like I definitely should have looked a little more into it, but especially at the time. I was really trying to go for that deserty feel, and I kind of strayed away from it, but kept the clothes kind of sorta, so you know, it just kind of became its own thing. But I actually really like it. Also ended up playing around with the silhouette. The silhouette was cool, but as you'll see in a little bit, I changed it up a little bit to make it look a little better, like stand outish, and gave her another ponytail. As I started to color it in, I kind of gave her like bubbles and fish on the side to give that aquatic feel, and also gave like the book a little more life to it, made it like a nature book. And I kind of noticed a little similarities to the opium sign on her shirt, so I added a little more to it so it wasn't fucking opium. That's not what I'm trying to go for. But yeah, next person. This one will be a little quicker since in the last one I kind of just rambled a little bit. At least it kind of felt that way. So Hugo, yeah, I think. When I went into the character design, I did not know what to do at all. I just instantly thought of like, okay, artist, now what else? And that day he also posted something on his story, and it was one of the Suicide Squad clips, and it was of King Shark, that's his name. Yeah, King Shark. And I'm just like, all right, artist and a shark. So I put that together and just made a character design of him in a suit as an artist, I guess, with a bag, because I had to add that bag just to like make it a little different. It's a little simple, but I feel like it also still looks fine. It's definitely not one of my favorites, just for the simple fact I feel like I could have done a little more with it, but it's cool. It's not bad at all. Like it's cool. So I was coloring it in, and I went with the light blues, and I really didn't like it, so I started adding some darker blues, and of course the green for the satchel. And I know you see the little Zelda, the little Mario hat. I had to. But this is the last person, and thank you for watching, bro. I'll put a picture of all of them like combined together so you can see all of them. I actually had a lot of fun doing this, I'm not gonna lie. I'll definitely do something similar to this in the future, unless you guys want the exact same thing. Shit, I'll do it. You know, up my engagement, your boy trying to make it out the trenches. I'm not even in the trenches, I'm not gonna lie, but like, you know, I'm trying to make it out though. Like, I'm trying to get my bread up. So, you know, help a brother out, my boy. Help me out, my sister. But yeah, I appreciate you, and I'm gone.